Hi, everybody.
Hey, Mount Airy.
So today for iHeart Mount Airy broadcast, we have a very special guest. We have Claire Hurt. She is a compliance specialist for the Bureau of Resource Management at Carroll County Government. Hi, Claire. Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry about the technical difficulties to start off our interview, but so glad you're here with us today. Do you want to give us a little background on what the Bureau of Resource Management does and some of your current outreach projects?
Sure. Yeah. I'll give a little bit of an introduction of what my title means. I'm the NPDES compliance specialist, which stands for National Pollution Discharge Elimination System. We really like acronyms around here. And what that is referring to is making sure that any stormwater is free of pollutants or as clean as possible. So we deal with the Carroll County MS4 permit, which is the Municipal Separate Storm Sewer System. And it's a state permit that goes back to the Clean Water Act that has a lot of different pieces in it to help make sure that rainwater that hits the ground is as it goes over impervious surfaces and picks up pollutants along the way, that we're managing that water so that we're protecting our streams and rivers and lakes and ponds and Chesapeake Bay.
That's so awesome.
So the Bureau of Resource Management is involved in that and a few other pieces of resource management throughout the county. Some of the things that we're involved with include inspections for sediment and erosion control at construction sites, inspections for our stormwater facilities. So any of like the ponds or detention basins that you might see around. Every 3 years, we go out and do an inspection on those, make sure everything's in good working order. We also have a restoration program. So looking at areas that maybe don't have stormwater treatment and going in and either putting totally new treatment in or improving the treatment that's there. We also do environmental monitoring. So going out and doing stream sampling, water quality monitoring, that sort of thing. And I know I'm missing a whole bunch of other things that we do. Floodplain and water resource easements, forest easements, that sort of stuff. So
That's so great. So you guys are really the county advocate for all of our waterways.
yeah, we do quite a bit of work. And one of the best parts of my job is that I get to do some of the education and outreach for both county employees, municipal employees, and the general public. So that's a fun stuff.
It leads us perfectly to today at the farmers market. We will have you out and we will have a demonstration table with all kinds of exhibits that you're bringing out to have interactive exhibits as well as educational. So I know one of the things you sent over was the watershed of the Chesapeake Bay. So you'll be talking about that and have some fun maps so people can see how that interacts. Let's see, what else do we have that you're bringing today?
So hold on, back up 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably cutting into your talk, but where are we on the map with the colorful map, like Mount Airy?
Can you back up? We are right where the
orange and the yellow
and orange meet, and it's just above where the purple starts.
Oh, okay.
So, and the yellow it's kind of a general other watersheds, lots of smaller ones, and things that drain directly into the bay. We do have that zoomed in map, which is the next slide, I think, that you just showed, that shows kind of, this is the town of Mount Airy, and the watershed line that goes right down the middle of it. So about half the town is in the Patapsco watershed, and then about half is part of the Potomac watershed. And if you just go a little bit further south, you start getting into the Patuxent watershed. So
That's so neat. So we're not only divided by different counties, we're divided by different watersheds.
yes.
The Mount Airy is definitely unique in its location.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's where a lot of things come together.
Mhm.
So
That should be
we'll
our
have
new
this.
tagline.
Up on Pars Ridge.
We will have this. It's a pretty big scale map. So if there's anybody who lives in town and you kind of want to see where you live within the watersheds, we also have the storm drain network on there, so you can see, you know, how things drain, what stream they drain out into, that sort of thing.
And this is another thing that you'll have.
Yeah, so this is all about what can you do on your individual home to help out with stormwater runoff. And so the figure at the bottom has a lot of different ideas, and you could do all of these. You could do, you know, just one or two of them, but any little effort goes towards decreasing polluted runoff into our streams and rivers and water bodies.
And I will say, I just went to the Maryland Municipal League conference down in Ocean City last week, and they had folks, I want to say, from the Department of Natural Resources, and one of their exhibits was about pet waste. And they said something like 25% of the bacteria that's in the Chesapeake is actually caused by dog poop runoff. And I could be wrong on that number, but it was a high enough statistic that it made me stop and think. And she said that's even coming from yards. So if you allow your pet to go in your own yard and you don't pick it up because you figure you're not going to step on it or someone else won't, or whatever the rationale is, it's still going into that watershed. And I never thought about that before. So something really interesting. I love this pictograph that has all the different ways you can get active.
Yeah, the one that I'm reading here is the car on the front lawn. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that before. And that's a really interesting way. You know, as long as it's not there a long time, it shouldn't kill any grass. You know, it's interesting.
Yeah, and another thing you can do is just divert the water. So you could still park it on your driveway, and you know, you can even use something as simple as like rolled up towels to create like a berm that
Mhm.
directs the water onto your lawn instead of going down your driveway and into the storm drain. So, you know, all the dirt and oil and soap that
Mhm.
would run off, you can just soak it right into the ground instead.
Not nature's purification system.
We also
have a challenge.
Yeah, we have a couple games for people to play, including this fun crossword puzzle.
It's nice that you give choices.
But I like, yeah. The cheat sheet is for me.
Yes. And then we have a game where you have to roll a ball from one end to the other without picking up any pollutants along the way. So that'll be there.
Super creative.
That's so unique and creative. I love that.
Love this one.
This is a fun new one that just shows how different like covers on the soil can help protect water quality. So, you know, when you have bare soil, you get quite a bit of sediment that's dissolving into the water, being carried by the water. And then when you have things covering the surface of the soil, it helps protect the soil from runoff. So the grass on your lawn, kind of a leaf layer, or that could be like a mulch that you would put down to help just cover and protect the soil.
So this would speak really well to the demonstration flyer that had the car being washed on the front lawn. So you can say, hey, if you change that one habit, see how much cleaner the water is. If it was just on the asphalt, it would all run straight off.
Mm-hmm, right.
I love that.
And
this looks interactive.
Yeah, this is really neat. It's something that we've brought around to schools, and it's a watershed model, and you have cars parked around the town. You've got lots of little places where pollution can enter the water system. And so the goal is to demonstrate to kids how pollutants get into stormwater runoff, and how if we're not protecting that water, how dirty it can really get when you think about where it ends up in our waterways. So we'll have that out there too.
Like a water table.
Awesome.
Well, I'm so excited you're going to be joining us today. And that is just going to be so neat for people to get out and meet you in person and get to interact with those demonstrations, and hopefully learn some new stuff, maybe change some habits. If we all make little changes, I think it really rolls into a bigger effect. So everything you're doing is so appreciated. To protect our environment locally. You're like our front line. So thank you so much, Claire, for joining us today. And I look forward to seeing you at the market. Is there anything else you would like to share with the town before we say goodbye?
Hopefully we'll see you out at the market. We'll have some pamphlets and giveaways and all those fun games. So stop by. If you have any questions, we're always happy to talk about stormwater.
Well, thank you, Claire.
Great. Thank you,
guys.
Claire.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, now to town updates.
Dun, dun.
I know, right?
Active development projects, just bringing to your attention for those of you who don't already know, we have a quick link on our homepage of the town's website where you can keep up with some of the active developments that Planning Commission or Town Council will be looking at this year. And there's a couple of them up now. We have a grant program that's reopening beginning Friday. It's 1st of July already. And it's called our Building a Brighter Future Small Business Grant Program. It is for businesses who are within the town of Mount Airy proper, the municipal limits. It could be for a new business coming into the town. So it's somebody who is leasing or purchasing a building space. And we're looking for worthy projects. Eligibility includes interior leasehold improvements or exterior renovations. It could also include some operating expenditures such as extending the hours of your business or a first month's rent for a new or relocating business. All of the details are on our website. We have this great picture on the homepage slider, and you can see that and click to get the information. The application is online, but we can do a paper application if somebody needs it. And that won't be live till Friday. So the total pot, we've got $25,000 from the town, and we are looking to give up to 50% of the total eligible project costs up to $10,000. We had many great, so the first year I should explain was last year. We had many great projects we're able to fund. I'll mention a few here. Browning Regal got a roof replacement. The new brewery coming in was able to get some electrical work, help out with some of their electrical work. They are not yet open, hoping to be open late summer, fall. Let me think. Adam Backacre Circle, Cedarbrook is getting a new accessible patio. So they can display to their clients all of the great things that they can do outside and get everybody into their showroom in an accessible manner. And we have had new awnings over at 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. And they've also were able to enclose their trash area or the utilities they have outside in a nice fence. So there's a bunch of different projects. Snap Fitness was able to get security cameras. So as long as the project itself is going to stay, if the business leaves, Typically it's thumbs up. We are collecting applications for a whole month. So although the application opens on Friday, we are waiting till the end of the month to review them. So we're going to collect as many as we can, try and make it a little more competitive. So it's reviewed on that basis. So it's not necessarily first come, first serve, but it's a first month, first serve, if you will. If you have questions, you can contact me at Town Hall. And I think that's it. I'm good.
Such a great program. Thank you, Melissa, for spearheading that. It's been amazing to see the town investment and people coming together. It's just awesome.
Thank you.
We also, as I stated last month, we are seeking commission members for some of our lovely commissions. So if you have an interest in volunteering and getting active in your local community, please feel free to use the QR code on our screen, or you can go to our website. This again is on the homepage slider. You can click on it. It'll take you to any openings that we have on those commissions. Depending on the commission, sometimes it's one meeting a month, sometimes it's one meeting every 2 months. So there's something for everyone's schedule, and it's just a great way to give back and get active. We also have today our farmers market. We are in the height of farmers market season. We had Alice, our market master, on last month to highlight some of the stuff for the season. We have lots of produce coming in, lots of new vendors, new bakers, and then of course we're going to have our folks from Bureau Management out today. We'll also have folks from the Sustainability Commission on site, and they will have some composters. So if you're interested in a free composter, you can swing by, see the water table and all the fun demos, and then pick up that composter from our green team folks. If you have any questions about their projects in the community, i.e. the community garden, they'll also be on site to answer any of those. So please feel free to check out our farmers market. It's every Wednesday from 3 to 7 in the rail yard.
And I just want to add that the composter is rolled up in a box. So it's not like a huge barrel that you're taking home. It'll fit in just about any car.
It's the GeoBin. The commission went back and forth on different models, and they picked that one after like 3 months of testing. So it's a really awesome composter, and it's very compact, which is nice.
Great. Thanks for the updates, Ashley.
You're welcome. And also as part of, and I should have updated the letterhead, I apologize, but to give you an example, we have the Mount Airy Senior Task Support. And with that, they are doing a shuttle to the farmers market every Wednesday from Wildwood. They'll bring you right on down to the farmers market and drop you there. They also have other community projects that they're working on. So if you want to get active, or if you're interested in more information, they have a Facebook page where you can call and leave a message, or you can email them, and they'd be happy to get you more information. Or if you want to volunteer, they're always looking for volunteers. Just a friendly reminder, we have yard waste pickup dates for July, sorry, I'm a month behind. July 9th and July 23rd will be yard waste pickup dates for this month coming up. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Town Hall. Another reminder, I know I sound like a broken record. I haven't had any reports in the last couple weeks. So I don't want to jinx it, but please do not operate or use off-road vehicles in our public or private lands within town limits. We have had issues in the past couple months with folks getting out and about on their ATVs in some of our parkland. And we just want to have this reminder consistent to folks so they know that that is not allowed, and it can also be breaking the law. So to keep everyone safe and enjoying their summer, just keep in mind, please do not off-road vehicles in our public spaces. Highlighting the Sustainability Commission tent today. We are definitely green team centric, but don't forget those composters. Stop by if you have any questions. They're there to talk to you about them. And that's really a great program. Carroll County Board of Elections is seeking judges. So the Carroll County Board is looking for residents to serve as election judges. For those ages 16 or older, residents can earn 175 to 320 to work early voting days, July 7th through 14th, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. For more information, please go directly to elections at Carroll County Government, or you can give them a call and they can get you more information. This is a great way to be active in your community and see an election from both sides so you understand how they work. It's really an educational experience. Plus, it's great if you're looking for some summer work or just want to get active. We know what's coming up. We have fireworks July 3rd. So they will be hosted at the fairgrounds. We have a video from the coordinators that we're going to play, and then we have some maps in regards to traffic patterns from our police department that Melissa's going to kind of go over with everyone. So just around the corner on Sunday, we're having fireworks in town. We get a lot of guests. So please be patient on our roadways with pedestrians walking and cars turning. If everyone just slows down, we can enjoy the holiday together.
Here, here.
We're live. Hey, hey, Mount Airy. We are here at the grounds. Chris, Ben,
Hey, Mount Airy, getting excited.
yeah, and me, Denise. We are here because we're meeting with parking today. I know that there's always some people that have some harsh feedback after the event. However, we want to make sure that you know that we actually meet every single year here with our security detail who handles all of the parking, and we really strive to try and make sure that getting out of the event and parking in the event gets better and better. We do take all of your feedback that you send through the Facebook messaging. We take all of it into consideration, and at the beginning of this year now, we've debriefed on what went well and didn't go well on last year, and we talk about how we're going to try and make it better. You guys have anything you want to add? And then we're going to introduce
Well
Scott.
said. Yeah, well said. We're looking forward to this year. Let's keep it all positive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
We love you guys, so we are looking forward to that. I'm going to turn the camera now and introduce you to Scott Zimmerman of K17 Security. Hey, Scott, how are you?
I'm doing great. Great to be out here. I can't believe July's almost here already. So as you said, every year we're looking for ways to improve the efficiency and the flow from both on the pedestrian side and the vehicle side to make sure we can get everybody in safely, everybody out safely, and make sure it's a great event for the town. So this year as well, we'll look to continue to improve, make sure we can keep that flow of traffic going, and again, just keep it a safe environment for everybody while they're here. So come on out, enjoy, and again, happy to be a part of this for the town.
Can you believe you've been with us 9 years already?
Time flies. I'm getting
Yeah.
old.
All right, thank you.
Of course.
One thing I just want to add quickly is that the Mount Airy Police, they have changed the traffic patterns for the event. Last year, it worked really well for getting people to be able to get out of the parking lot and traffic moving, because that's one of the things that slows it down is once people get out of the parking lot, it gets stopped a lot, and then we can't get people out of the parking lot. So they have posted on their site, and I'll be sharing it on this Facebook page as well, what that traffic pattern is going to look like. We can't wait to see you guys on July 3rd. Thanks.
Just a pause. This is some of the new traffic pattern that they were highlighting from our police department. We went ahead and pulled the graphics down. It is also posted on the Mount Airy Police Facebook page. If you want to go pull this down to look at it after we go off air, it is available out there to the public. We have this map, and I'm going to flip to the next map. And there's a lot of red arrows on here, but it just explains. Melissa, you are much better with maps than I am. Do you want to explain what's going on here?
Yeah, put your little cursor underneath so it takes the bottom section out, just so when that goes down they can see. Yeah, thank you. So you're looking at the carnival grounds. All of the red arrows coming from the bottom here are the event, the main event area where the fireworks are and where the food trucks are and everything. So anybody who parks in that section, which I hear, get there early if you'd like to park in that section because it fills up pretty quickly, is only able to exit going left out of the event up towards Maryland Route 27 on Twin Arch Road. So if you can also notice next to you, there is a pedestrian walk area. What our security team is trying to do is get all of the walkers who are going across to the Twin Arch Shopping Center where the Weiss Markets is and the TJ Maxx is to simply follow that one area. It's just incredibly difficult if everybody is just walking across the road and very unsafe. So just keep these things in mind to be as safe as possible and to help everybody exit as quickly as possible. They will be having, I understand, large lights in that pedestrian zone. So it should be very obvious. Follow the light, not the traffic lights. Follow those big lights so you can see where you're going to get safely across with the crossing guards. If you are in, so just to play off of that really quick, if everyone's following me, so leaving the event carnival grounds, making a left up Twin Arch Road towards Maryland Route 27, you can also only go one way on Route 27. So you will be going south. So if you're unfamiliar with the area and you're able to kind of plan out your exit, how you're going to get back home. If you live, up Park Avenue or north on 27 or on Twin Arch Road, you're just not going to be, or out east on Twin Arch Road, you're just not going to be able to go that direction. It's just for the quick and safety of everybody. This is the best plan we've come up with at this point. Let's flip to the other side, the Twin Arch Shopping Center. If you are parking there, you can actually get out. Just back one section, Ashley, I'm sorry. And then we'll jump to that one.
Okay.
So I'm looking at the top of the map now. The Twin Arch Shopping Center. There's two exits depending on which side you go out. As Ashley's pointing, the one goes north on Route 27, and then the opposite side will actually take you down Twin Arch Road. So if you do live that way, maybe plan to park in the Twin Arch Shopping Center and you have to exit that one route. So Park Avenue will be closed to folks exiting. And go to the next map, Ashley, where you were with Century Drive. So this is down Twin Arch Road, where Tractor Supply is, where Century Ford is, just past the shopping center and the event. This is actually going to be controlled as well. There's going to be a lane block, so folks are not trying to drive into all this traffic at the end of the event. There's lots of other nice places too to enjoy the fireworks if traffic is not your thing throughout the town of Mount Airy. So plan your event strategy ahead of time, and best advice is have patience and grace, because everybody understands, we're all trying to get home, but we want to do it safely. So these maps, like Ashley said, will be posted on the Mount Airy Police Department Facebook page.
And if we all slow down, we can enjoy it together. Thank you, Melissa, for explaining all of that. And I know it helped me understand the pattern. I hope other folks will kind of see that and at least have a heads up of what to anticipate. I think that kind of takes us into the end of the show. Is there anything else you wanted to add in today?
I just want to wish everybody a happy and safe Independence Day. And I hope to see you out at the market tonight.
I was misinformed to myself. We do have camp night coming up in August. We have Celebrate coming up in August. Save the date. We threw some events in here.
The town of Mount Airy awaits your visit.
Thanks everybody for tuning in today.